all for coming today. We're going to talk about taking an integrative medicine approach to mindfulness stress reduction. Stress is being unhealthy. Being healthy is being full of life. We measure how alive a person is by physical indicators such as the tone of your skin, the sparkle in your eyes, the brightness in your hair. We also measure health by the energy a person amplifies. When we think and feel, synapses in our brain produce a chemical reaction, which in turn become electromagnetic energy. We cannot measure this energy, but we each have the ability to feel this energy. Healthy people have a ton of energy, which helps them to do a lot more, either in their physical exertion, their mental concentration, or their emotional awareness. Unhealthy people do not have as much energy, which means that they feel stressed, overwhelmed really quickly. An amplifier takes a person's signal or frequency and makes it stronger. The level of amplification varies in different people because different people have different levels of energy. We each also respond to different types and levels of energy. We each have the power to augment a person's energy, which means that we have the ability to influence a person's thoughts and intuition, and in turn, allow an unexpected insight to occur. Amplification of energy may have a physical effect, such as causing a nagging pain to be augmented or dissipated. A healthy, energetic person magnifies the best in others. A stressed, unhealthy person magnifies the worst in others. Stress is equal to fear. Stress kills us. Stress takes us away from our present moment, our higher mind, and our best thinking. When cumulative fear and cumulative stress depletes us, it sets up disease. As you realize how much stress is stealing from you, you will develop a deep desire to restore your physical, mental, and spiritual self. I want you to think about how you're going to resolve stress. It is living on a foundation of courage and strength. The first step to resolving stress is identifying the root cause of stress. Number 2 is control the problem causing the stress, changing the environment or the situation. When you have no power or emotional control, then focus on surviving and accepting the stress. The step number 3 of resolving stress is set a plan to overcome stress. And there are 4 key strategies. Number 1 is prevention. You want to cut the stress off before it even develops. Number 2 is problem solving. Develop new alternatives to decrease or eliminate stress. Number 3 is symptom reduction. Identify the physical and emotional signals of stress, such as I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm afraid. 4 is adapting. Redirect your energy by having a positive attitude. You'll then return to a very calm, focused state where you can make good choices. You will then be able to adjust and live with and manage situations that you cannot change. The fourth step to resolving stress is develop daily practices of self-care. And we've all heard about these. The interesting thing is that you have to implement them into your daily life so they become just a part of our routine. Number 1 is mindfulness meditation. Number 2 is our sleep. 3 is what we put into our body in terms of water and food. 4 is exercise, and 5 is heart health. So the most important is mindful meditation. Dr. John Kabat-Zinn says living mindfully is to pay attention to the present moment and without judgment. It is to be fully present right here and now, and to take a deliberate effort to not judge yourself or your environment. To take a positive perspective on both your past, your present, and your future. And to fully immerse yourself in what you're doing by losing your consciousness. When you become one with what you're experiencing, you feel a richness, and it really impacts our perspective because there's not as much room to add judgment to ourselves or to the world that we're looking out at. Now, the next component of daily self-care is sleep. We all hear about you gotta get enough sleep. The thing is, it's not just about how much sleep we get, it's also the quality of sleep. And it's a daily investment. So it's not like, well, I'll just get 5 hours today and then I'll catch up, for 10 the next the weekend. It doesn't work that way. Our body needs us to invest in our sleep. It's very critical for how every physiologic function happens. So for instance, if you haven't allocated enough sleep, or you had like a hard night where you just kept waking up, going back to sleep, you wake up and you're tired. And it's like you've had a bad start to the day. So you kind of wake up and you're like, okay, I gotta quickly drink some water, eat some food, I gotta rush out the door. So you get out to the world and you feel already behind because maybe you hadn't even had a chance to reflect on your own self-care. So you rush through trying to be productive at work, to keep up with all your tasks. But in the back of your mind, you're wondering, did I miss something? Do you think I did something wrong? Did I rush through that? And we get tired because we're rushing. And we live in a world now where we're bombarded with our emails and our texts and all these different distractions. And as the day progresses, we get tired because we've been running like this without really running. And as we're getting tired, the evening is setting in. So as the evening is setting in,